they lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection as Fresno comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Welcome back to another broadcast here on Rio Sports Live. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Brownsville, Texas. It's the Brownsville Invitational Volleyball Tournament. And this one features the San Perlita Lady Trojans taking on the Corpus Christi Ray Lady Texans. The Trojans in the red uniforms with a white trim. On the flip side, on the right side, you see the Texans from Corpus Christi Ray in the white uniforms with the red trim. We go from our pregame into our broadcast, and thanks for tuning in as we are bringing you live coverage here this afternoon of pool play on day one of the tournament. Texans on the return to serve, getting it across. Lady Trojans set it up off the net, spike it over. Played by the Texans. Texans coming right off the heels of a being swept in 3 games by Brownsville veterans. They'll score a point there and go up 1-0. Texans to serve. Get into how they played against Brownsville veterans. It was like watching a couple of different teams out there taking on the Lady Chargers. Trojans work it across. Jasmine Rodriguez on that outside right side puts it over. Texans spike it across. That's off the back row, and a point scored by San Perlita ties the game at 1 apiece. Back to serve is Naomi Barrera. Puts it across with some pace. Played by the Texans of CC Ray. Set it up for Mia Barnes. That's in the net. Point scored. San Perlita goes up 2-1. Another serve coming across by the Lady Trojans. Played across. Good play defensively back there. Actually, that's Jasmine Rodriguez on the back row for the Lady Trojans. Spiked over by the Lady Texans. Rodriguez with a pass. Nieto there to try to set it up. 2 players there, punch it over the net, but out of bounds it goes. 2-2 your score. Lady Texans to serve. Substitution into the game as Trinity Hargis stations herself on the front row for the Lady Texans. Trojans punch it across, played by the Texans up near the net. Across it goes, and CC Ray takes the lead at 3-2. Rudy Zamripa Jr. on the camera. I'm Joe Bowling with you. If you're watching on our social media on Facebook, please share our link. Let other fans know these games are going on during these day games. That's a critical piece of the puzzle. Ball at the net comes across. San Perlita watches as a point scored. Ties it up at 3 apiece. Nieto back to serve. This is Alyssa Nieto. Right-handed server for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. Lady Texans with a good pass. Set it on a back set outside. That's off the blockers, and a point scored. Kaylee Kaysen gives the Texans a lead at 4-3. Back to serve is Natalie Cruz for Corpus Christi Ray. Trojans of San Perlita return the serve, set it up on the back row, hit across, played by the Texans. Set it off the net to Hargis. Good dig back there again by Jasmine Rodriguez. Punched over by Summer Terry playing on that front row. Ball across by the Texans. Trojans set it up again up near the net. Challenge won there by the Texans as Jada James enforces the play and scores the point. In game 1, Corpus Christi Ray lost to Brownsville Veterans. A lopsided affair. They came back and played game 2 right down to the wire. Lost in game 3, but at times they were playing at a high level of volleyball in that Brownsville Veterans match. Looking for consistency here as they're taking on San Perlita. Give up a point there. Aaliyah Garcia back to serve for the Lady Trojans. Garcia with a short serve. Set in the middle, spiked over by the Lady Texans. Trojans play it across. Good set this time in the center. Spiked over by James. Score the point. 6-4 the score. Jada James at times played in a dominating role against that Brownsville Veterans front line. Scored the point there. Serve over by the Texans. A pass by the Lady Trojans. Off the net, set up Daniela Ramos. That carries out of bounds. And a point scored by Ray. Makes it a 6. Well, it should be 7-4 game. See if they award that point or not. Next serve across by the Texans. Played by the Lady Trojans to San Perlita. Set up Ramos again. Tips it over. Scores the point. Well-placed hit by Daniela Ramos for San Perlita. Bella Rodriguez back to serve now for the Lady Trojans. Bella, another right-handed server for this Lady Trojan team. Puts it on the back row, played by Cruz for the Texans. Off the net, spiked over by Ana Sanka, and that one carries out of bounds, and we're tied at 6 apiece. San Perlita to serve again. Rodriguez, line drive serve. Good dig by Cruz. Good hustle by Jezebel Villarreal. Spiked over. Here come the Trojans trying to set something up. Garcia off the back row. Carries it too far. Corpus Christi Ray back on top at 7-6. Substitution off the bench for Ray. The Lady Texans will see Mia Barnes check in. Also checking in is Kayleen Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps back to serve. 7-6 game. Lady Texans to serve it up with a jump serve. Deeper serve played by San Perlita. Set up Garcia on the back row. Tips it over. Ball up near the net. Punched across and score the point for San Perlita. Tie it up at 7 each. Lady Trojans back to serve. Summer Terry puts it in play. Set up for the Texans. Good spike, but a good dig. Ball back across, and San Perlita takes the lead at 8-7. Defense scored the point that time for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. Terry to serve again. Gets that one across. Tipped over by the Texans. Lady Trojans set it up off the net. Spiked over by Rodriguez. Good dig by the Lady Texans as that's Villarreal making a play. Trojans set it up in the back row. Spiked across. That carries out of bounds. And we are tied at 8 apiece. Jada James back to serve. James gets it across. Ball off the net for Jasmine Rodriguez. Puts it over. Ball at the net. Another challenge and a big kill by San Perlita as Daniela Ramos puts it away. 9-8 the score off the kill by Ramos. Game 1 of a best of 5. These are played at 25, win by 2. In a series, 3 of 5 gets it done. That spike goes out of bounds. San Perlita up by 2 at 10-8 here in game 1. Now they change the score to 9-9. So I'm just keeping up with the scoreboard operator there. Ball across on the SP side. This is San Perlita. Across on the Texan side. Corpus Christi Ray set it up off the net for Mia Barnes. Blocked and a point scored. Now San Perlita up 2 as a scoreboard operator. Makes another adjustment. Ball across, played by San Perlita. Set it up for Leah Garcia, lets it go on the angle, score the point, 12-9 the score. San Perlita taking on Corpus Christi Ray. Ramos serves it up. Good pass that time by the Texans. Ball back on the San Perlita side. Second hit over. Played by the Texans again on a back set. Spiked over on the angle by Barnes. Ball back off the net. A swing and a block, and it carries out of bounds. Point scored to San Perlita. They go up 4. 13-9. Daniela Ramos to serve again. Deeper serve. Good return of serve by the Texans. Off the net, a free ball to work with for San Perlita. A high set. Played over by Rodriguez. That falls in for the point. 14-9 the score. Texans coming off that game, or that set against Brownsville Veterans. Much different approach there as the Chargers were bringing a hitter after hitter across that front row. San Perlita will come at you with a lot different approach. Good solid defense, good solid serving, and then they've got the hitters that will rotate through. But it's not always looking for that big swing to establish that point. They'll outwork you if they get a chance. That's off the tip. Texans work the ball across, and it carries out of bounds. Sustained rallies are something we've seen San Perlita play the last couple of years in a successful way. You see teams that just keep attacking, and eventually it's a mistake made on getting over aggressive against a team that just plays defense and just plays solid enough on the offensive end to keep it honest. There's a hit across. Just like that, Jasmine Rodriguez scores. It's a 16-9 game. And that point is exactly what I was talking about. You get comfortable going back, you start backpedaling, just playing those balls across, and then all of a sudden they'll set up a hitter who will spike it across at a much different pace. Trojans set it up, looking again for Rodriguez. That's in the net, point scored, and Corpus Christi Ray earns the serve. Lady Texans comfortably substituting in. Bringing in fresh servers off the bench. This is Hopkins strolling back to the serving line. Sarah Cortez on the front row. Line drive serve. Played by San Perlita. Set it up for Garcia. Backpedaling. Gets it over. Played by the Texans. Center set. And across. Score the point for the Texans. 16-11 score as Kaylee Kaysen was able to make that play. Kylie scores the point. 5-point game. Texans serving, trailing. Trojans on the return of serve. That's Yasmin Rincon. Set up Garcia. Whistles that one across. Dug by Cruz. Hit over by Barnes. San Perlita on the attack again. Set it over on the right side to Rodriguez, and that's down and in. So watch on the replay here. It's not all about defense. At times they can just push the accelerator down. That kill was dug. And then going on the outside right side. And that one down. Back to live action. Trojans up by 6 at 17-11. Lady Texans cut the lead with a point there. Trinity Hargis checks in now on the front row as Marley Sims will serve for the Lady Texans. Sims, a short serve. Played by the Trojans, set up Garcia. Aaliyah Garcia lets that one go and scores the point. San Perlita up at 18-12. They'll substitute in as Summer Terry returns to the game on the front row. Elisa Nieto back to serve. Lets it go. Lady Texans set it up off the net. Kaysen can't clear the net. Point scored. San Perlita up at 19-12. Next serve across. Played by the Texans. Blocked. Ball still alive. Texans hit it over. Blocked again. Diving play. Nothing doing. Point scored. San Perlita. They go up 20-12. Nieto will serve again. Texans return the serve. Set it up for Hargis, puts it over. Trojans setting up Terry. Off the net, scores the point. 21-12 as the Lady Trojans up by 9. Nieto to serve again. Texans with a better return of serve, but right back on the attack. The Trojans score yet again, and they're up double digits. 22-12 as Nieto is ready to serve. Pass up near the net, punched up in the air, and in the net it goes. A point scored, San Perlita. It's a 23-12 game. Game 1. And Nieto to serve again. Pass by Cruz. Set to Hargis. Gets it across. Dug by Ramos. Here's Terry. Off the block. Dug by Garcia. Terry again. Cruz digs that. Set it up for Hargis for the Texans. And she'll score the point. Yasmin Rodriguez back there on the back row, but Hargis able to score. Earn the serve back for Corpus Christi Ray. Natalie Cruz to serve. San Perlita on the return of serve. They'll set up Terry. That's off the block. Back row to play that as Sims is back there. Here's Cruz. Ramos with a pass. Nieto with a set for Terry. Lets that go. Ball up near the net. Second hit over on the San Perlita side. They can attack again. This is Garcia. Cruz there to dig that for the Lady Texans. Set up Hargis. That's blocked out of bounds. Point scored, CC Ray. We saw Corpus Christi Ray win some long rallies against Brownsville veterans. They earned that point. Down by 9, serving. Free ball to work with here. Cruz the pass. The set by Hopkins to the center, and James puts it down. Jay to James. Sometimes it's that easy when you get that pass in the right direction. Cruz to serve again. And she serves up an ace. 23-16. Natalie Cruz to serve again for these Texans of CC Ray. Better pass that time for San Perlita. Set up Terry, lets it go. One-handed off the back row. Texans somehow get that across, but in the net called, and San Perlita will score the point. 24-16 the score. Aaliyah Garcia back to serve for San Perlita. Line drive serve. Pass by Sims. Ball off the net and nothing doing. San Perlita wins game 1, 25-16. We'll be back with game 2 from Brownsville after this.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
And he throws it. Back here on Rio Sports Live, and we are into game number 2 of a best of 5 between Corpus Christi Ray and San Perlita. Lady Trojans won the first one. Ray out on top 1-0 out of the gate here in game 2. In that best of 5 against Brownsville Veterans, it was game 2 that the Lady Texans found their rhythm and played at a much higher level. Score a point there. They go up 2-0 here in game 2. Hopkins to serve. Short serve played by San Perlita. Set it up off the net. Blocked back at you by the Lady Texans. And they go up 3-0. Watch on our Josh Moody replay there. You'll see this front line dialing it up for the block. Back to live action. Texans up 3-0. Watching as San Perlita sets up Ramos. Free ball to work with for the Lady Texans. Back set for Kaysen. In the net it goes. Point scored San Perlita. 3-1 ball game. Share the link if you're watching on our Facebook. Let other fans know these games are going on. If you haven't done so already, I ask that you like and follow our page as well on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Lady Trojans serving up an ace. It's a 3-2 game. Coming up, the Trojans will stay on the floor, and they'll take on Brownsville Veterans to close out day 1 of pool play here from Hannah. Trojans serve it up. Ramos puts that off the back row. Texans score and go up 4-2. 4-2 ball game. Substitution in the game for the Lady Texans as they'll replace with Trinity Hargis checks in the game. Short serve by the Lady Texans. San Perlita will set it up and punch it over. That carries out of bounds. The idea was there. The angle was there and just off the line. And so the Lady Texans do score the point. Mia Barnes back to serve. Barnes, a right-handed server, right down the middle of the court. Played by the Lady Trojans. Free ball to work with for the Texans. A set to the back row. Miscommunication there, and a point scored by San Perlita. You can see that back row was backpedaling as the setter, with their back to the net, elected to go in that direction for that set. Lady Trojans down by 2 will be serving. Jasmine Rodriguez puts it into play. She had a good run at the service line in game 1. Lady Trojans watch, set it up off the net left side, tipped over the blockers. Good defensive coverage back there by Hopkins for the Texans. Trojans set it up. Garcia into the double block and scores the point. Aaliyah Garcia for San Perlita scores. Jasmine Rodriguez now serving, looking for the tie. Deep serve to the back corner. Good dig back there by Marley Sims. Texans will get it across on a play by Hopkins. Here come the Trojans. Set up Garcia in the middle. Cruz is there to dig that. Set it up off the net to Hargis. Rodriguez passes to Nieto, sets up Garcia. Dug back there by the Lady Texans as Hopkins makes a play again. Here are the Trojans. Right back at you again. Off the net from the back row. Get it across. Cruz diving, kept it alive, but San Perlita will score the point. It's tied at 5 apiece. Natalie Cruz, a libero for the Lady Texans, giving the effort, just couldn't keep it in play. Serve in the net, a service error gives the point to the Lady Texans. The lead back in their favor, and the serve is earned. Natalie Cruz rotates back to serve. Lady Trojans to Nieto. Set it up for Bella Rodriguez. Played by the Texans. Free ball to work with for San Perlita. Set up again for Rodriguez, and she'll score the point. 6-5 the score. Summer Terry will check in the game for San Perlita. Alyssa Nieto back to serve. Nieto, a right-handed server. Puts it in play. Cruz with a pass up near the net. Second hit over. Trojans right back at you, trying to catch him off guard. Good set this time for James. Punched up by Nieto. Ramos with a pass. Garcia gets it over. Here come the Texans again. James puts it over. San Perlita setting it up for Garcia. It's off the block of James. Trying to set, and it's hit over by Hargis. Here come the Trojans again from the back row. Free ball to work with for the Texans. Better pass this time. Center set for James. That's out of bounds off the back row. San Perlita back up one at 7-6. Brownsville Veterans won earlier on a 3-game sweep over this Corpus Christi Ray team. It'll be BVM and San Perlita. Once this best-of-5 series is completed. Blocked by James, point by Ray. We're tied at 7 apiece. Jada James can be dominating on that front line. Texans serve it over. Trojans set up Garcia. Had just enough on that to get it through Hargis. Ball back on the Texans side. Now punch in the air. 4 hits are going to be called on Ray. And San Perlita regains the lead at 8-7. Aaliyah Garcia serves. Cruz is there. Villarreal raced over to keep it in play. Here come the Trojans from the right side, tipped over by Bella Rodriguez. Villarreal back to play that. In the net it goes. Point scored. San Perlita up 2 at 9-7. On our likes on our Facebook, we went over the 40,000 mark this week. So again, those watching on our social media, please share the link if you will. An ace served up by San Perlita. They go up 10-7. Defensively, Brinley Hopkins will check in for Corpus Christi Ray. Also checking into the game is Lisette Alcantar. Alcantar to the back row. Hopkins to the front row. And here's a serve by Aaliyah Garcia of San Perlita. Texans able to get it over. San Perlita goes on the attack, set it up at the net, tipped over. Played by the Texans. Free ball for San Perlita. Set for Garcia from the back row. Tips it over. Hargis, they'll set her. On the angle, score the point. Trinity Hargis patiently waiting that time. Spotted that wide open lane. What she had to do was get that angle. A lot of times a player will just be so anxious when they see that opening as an ace is served up, that when that opening's there, they'll put too much on it. Timeout called. San Perlita will talk it over. They lead 10-9. Game 2 of a best-of-5 from Brownsville. Day 1 of the BISD tournament from Hannah. The eventual championship game will be played right here. Texans serving, trailing 1 after this.
See you later, touchdown.
Come on down to Staples Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staples Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staples Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staples Street Meat Market.
Staples Meat Market is one of our new advertisers here on Real Sports Live. Staples Meat Market in the Corpus Christi area. Also supplying Lopez Supermarket down here in Brownsville. You'll see their ads running throughout our broadcast on Brownsville games as well as the Corpus Christi games. 10-10 score as the Texans score, tie it up, and now look to take the lead here in game 2. Line drive serve played by the Lady Trojans. Set off the net, spiked over by Bella Rodriguez. That one carries out of bounds. And the Texans do have the lead at 11-10. Short serve played by the Trojans. Ramos tips it over. Pass by Barnes. They'll set up the middle for James. No elevation on that. A point to San Perlita. James, you'd like to see her take a step back and come in with an approach. More of an attack rather than just try to get over from that front row. Serve over by Rodriguez. Punched over by Barnes. Here the Trojans setting it up for Ramos. That's blocked. Ramos gets it, tips it over. Set up James, tips it over on the San Perlita side again. Garcia from the back row. Lets that go, but it's too far. Corpus Christi Ray back on top. 12-11 your score. They'll substitute in as Cruz has a seat on the bench. Kaylee Kaysen checks in. See how long they leave Cruz off the side. Libero. Well, that question was answered in one serve. She's right back on the court. She's a critical part to this team, her defensive presence. Summer Terry serves it. Texans set it up in the middle. Good swing, good play by Terry on the back row. And a point will be awarded as in the net is called. San Perlita back up 1 at 13-12. Another serve by Terry. Just across the net, right back at you on the return of serve. Trojans set it up. This is Jasmine Rodriguez. And that's in the net, and San Perlita goes up 2. 14-12. Terry to serve again. It's Natalie Cruz making a play. One-handed over. Terry passes it up near the rafters. Nieto sets up Jasmine Rodriguez, and that carries out of bounds. Corpus Christi Ray, Lady Texans back to within 1. Only Hopkins back to serve. Sylvia Gonzalez to the front row. Hopkins lets it go. Short serve. On the return, it's back on the Texans side just like that. This is a set for Barnes. Off the net. Got the roll. Ties the game at 14 apiece. Mia Barnes with just enough on that. Serve over as an ace for the Corpus Christi Texans. Those watching, if you have shared the link, thank you. If you haven't, please share the link on our Facebook. 15-14 the score. Serve over. San Perlita setting it up for Ramos. Tips it over. Ball back over on the San Perlita side. Nieto, a high set for Rodriguez. That's down. We're tied. Other thing we're looking for is advertisers. When we're broadcasting as many games as we are right now, advertising is at a premium, trying to find the sponsorship in order to justify getting a Cruz out there. Point scored by San Perlita. They go up 16-15. We have more schools asking us to cover more games than ever before. Just got an email from Gregory Portland today. Earlier in the week from Aransas Pass. Earlier than that from Taft, from Freer. Just a few of the schools in the very recent times that have asked us to cover their games. The Gregory Portland email just straight outlined it. Give us a quote for covering all of our games, 100%. Well, the easy answer to that is I don't charge schools to broadcast. It would be easy to say we don't charge anything. However, I can't commit to saying we'll do the games unless we've got crews, which means camera operators and dedicated broadcast individuals. And that doesn't happen until we have the advertising in place as San Perlita scores again. And the advertising is what drives the show. So as you're watching these games for free, please, if you're a business owner, if you know someone that owns a business, we could certainly use your assistance in getting the funding to carry this through. Point across as San Perlita scores again. We're on target right now. This is just the crews and the personnel involved to cover the amount of games that is in place, to the tune of $250,000 this year. Timeout on the floor. Texans trailing by 3. San Perlita won game 1. They'll be serving, leading in game 2 right after this.
Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rolando Vegas and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Back to action after the timeout. San Perlita up 19-16. The Texans trying to respond to the coach's timeout. San Perlita in the net it goes, and the timeout works to gain the serve for the Lady Texans. It also allows James to rotate back in on the front row as Natalie Cruz steps back to serve. Trojans, Nieto sets up Garcia. Cruz digs that. Hopkins passes it to Cruz. And here come the Trojans setting up Garcia again. Lets it go off the blockers, scores the point. San Perlita up 3 at 20-17. Summer Terry checks back in on the front row for San Perlita. This is Alyssa Nieto. Cruz with a good pass. Set it off the net to James. That carries out of bounds. And a point scored by San Perlita. They go up 21-17. Next serve by Nieto. Ball over on the San Perlita side. Up by 4. Garcia has it blocked, digs it. One-handed over. Here come the Lady Texans trying to set up James. Free ball to work with for San Perlita. Nieto, the set to Terry. Played back there by Sims. Set it up to Hargis. Good dig by San Perlita, and they'll score the point on the second hit across. 22-17, San Perlita now up 5. They won the first one 25-18. Fatigue may be coming into play now as the Texans, this is the 5th game in a row in which they've been on the floor after dropping 3 to Brownsville veterans. Lady Trojans set up Terry, that's in the net. Point scored for Corpus Christi Ray. Still time if you're a Texan fan, but you have to go on a serious 3 or 4 point run right now. Not just that you're down by the 4 points, it's that you're down this late in the game, that San Perlita can easily afford to trade points with you here a couple of times around. Walk out of here with a win. Trojans set up Terry. Gets it over. Good dig by Hargis. They'll set up in the middle for James. Terry digs it. They'll set Terry quickly. Looking for the back corner. Sims is back there to play it. Off the net, Cruz. Trojans. Here's Garcia. And the back corner wide open. She'll score. Aaliyah Garcia with a kill. 23-18 as Garcia rotates back to serve. Short serve to the middle, played by Cruz. Set it right side, spiked over. Played by the Trojans of San Perlita. A high pass, good set by Hargis. That's dug by San Perlita's defense. They're consistent back there playing defense. Ball at the net, challenge one there as Terry wins the day and scores the point for San Perlita. 24-18. Aaliyah Garcia to serve, looking for the win. Good dig by Sims, set up James. Lady Trojans, good pass. Set for Ramos, tips it over the blocker, scores the point. Daniela Ramos with the game winner in San Perlita. Goes up 2-0 in a 25-18 victory. Game 3 coming up.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We're the Ray Texans, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
At HCISD, we embrace the future.
We learn to communicate.
At HCISD, we put our best foot forward.
At HCISD, we
make noise! At HCISD, we learn that the smallest of moments can make the deepest impressions.
At HCISD, we are creating the future together.
Back here during the break, both teams overtaking instructions from the coaches. San Perlita getting a breather, and the Texans over there trying to regroup after falling in the first two games, 25-16, 25-18. And so game 3 of this best-of-5 series will be coming up shortly. Reminding you, pool play throughout today and tomorrow, and then we'll be at the championship game eventually here on Saturday, as the other venues here at the Brownsville tournament have teams playing, all vying to get here on this floor for the final game and the championship. Game 3's first serve right after this.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
We are Edinburgh Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherry. San Perlita in the red uniforms with the white trim will be serving. Texans of Corpus Christi Ray on the flip side of your screen. Serve across, that's an ace, and San Perlita goes up 1-0. Daniela Ramos, who got that kill, to close out game 2 with the serve there. She'll be serving here. Good return a serve that time by Cruz. Second hit over, send Perlita. Setting up Aaliyah Garcia. That's over the blockers. Good play by Barnes. At the net, Aaliyah Garcia right there to put it away. Play by Barnes, just a gift wrap set for Aaliyah Garcia. Didn't miss on the chance. Ramos to serve. Pass over to Barnes. Back to Cruz. Hits it over on the San Perlita side. They'll set it up on the right side. That's blocked, but off the block it goes out of bounds. Jasmine Rodriguez with the kill. Off the block. And the Lady Trojans up 3 out of the gate. Ramos to serve again. Cruz, a good pass. High set in the middle for Barnes. That's off the block. Dug by Garcia. They'll try to set her. Tips it over. Lady Texans set it up for Kaysen. Block. Point scored. San Perlita goes up 4-0. Ramos serves again. Off the back row, they'll put it over. Good swing that time by Rodriguez. Lady Texans get it back over on the San Perlita side. They'll set up Rodriguez again. Tipped up in the air, but in the net called, and the Lady Trojans have scored the game's first 5 points. $5-0 score here. Spike across, played by San Perlita. And another point scored. San Perlita up 6-0. And serving. Ramos serves that one out of bounds. 6 consecutive points scored by Daniela Ramos for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. Lady Texans serve it over. Lady Trojans will set it up near the net for Rodriguez. Tip it over. Played by the Texans, off the net though. Kennedy Kutska in the game, that's in the net. Point scored, San Perlita up 7-1 here. The Lady Trojans go on to win this. That means our final match of the day will be the 2 teams with the 1-0 record playing out to capture that top spot in pool play in day 1. 7-1 game. Line drive serve played by Cruz back there. Ball over on the San Perlita side. Set it up to Garcia. Plays it off the block. Cruz is there to dig it. A set for Barnes. That's out of bounds. 8-1 score. Jasmine Rodriguez to serve. Lady Texans send it over. This is a free ball for San Perlita to work with. From the back row, that's a swing by Liv Morgan. That carries out of bounds. 8-2 game. Mia Barnes to serve. Lady Trojans set up Bella Rodriguez. Here are the Texans. Back set on the right side for Jezebel Villarreal. That's out of bounds. And San Perlita goes up 9-2. Listen, Nieto back to serve. Texans. In the net it goes. Point scored San Perlita. They go up 10-2. Nieto serves it again. Spiked over. That's in. Point scored for the Texans. Kylie Kaysen on her final play as she rotates off the net. 10-3 game. Natalie Cruz to serve. And a point score for the Texans. Makes it a 10-4 game. In the net, a service error. Point scores to San Perlita. Aaliyah Garcia back to serve. Lady Texans looking to set something up. Nieto with a pass for San Perlita. Here's Garcia from the back row. Let that go, but out of bounds. 11-5 score. Texans, Lizette Alcantara checks in the game. Alcantara trying to get her team back in this mix. They're down 6. Here's a setup for Morgan. Good dig by Alcantara. Free ball for San Perlita. Rodriguez gets it over. Center set for Sanka, puts it over. Ball in the net. Point scored for Corpus Christi Rays Texans. Alcantara back to serve. San Perlita sets it up for Morgan. Hit over by Morgan again. Tip back over on the San Perlita side. They'll set it up in the back for Garcia. Tips it over the blockers and scores the point. San Perlita up 12-6. Bella Rodriguez to serve for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. Carries out of bounds. 5-point game. If you're the Texans, here's a good spot in which to climb back in striking distance in this game. Get the feeling if they capture a victory, this team could find some consistency and could push this as far as all the way into game 5, realistically. Serve just clears the net. Points scored, Lady Texans. 4-point game. Kayleen Rodriguez to serve. Ball across, played by the Texans. Good set, tip past the blockers. Good coverage by San Perlita. At the net, Lady Texans setting it up again. Middle set for Sanka. Good dig back there by Jasmine Rodriguez. Here's Garcia putting it over. High set for Barnes, and she'll score the point. Mia Barnes on the kill. 3-point game. Good pass by the Lady Trojans. A back set for Garcia. That's off the block. Ball on the Texan side, going right back to Barnes. Good dig by Nieto. Second hit tipped over. Texans are able to cover that. Free ball for San Perlita. Nieto to set it up. On a back set for Morgan. Off the block. Points scored for Corpus Christi Ray. Texans are within 2. Pass by Garcia. They'll set Garcia. Texans Setting up in the middle for Sanka. That's in the net. Point scored, San Perlita. They go back up 3. Summer Terry back to serve. Back set that time. Lady Trojans set it up. That's off a block. Played back on the Trojan side. They'll have to regroup. Nothing doing. Point scored. Defense for the Texans too strong that trip down. Lady Trojans. Rodriguez gets that over. Diving play, but that carries out of bounds. Point scored for San Perlita. Daniela Ramos to serve. Texans setting it up for Quezon, and that goes down for a point. 14-12 as Quezon is able to score. Friendly Hopkins to serve. All over, played by the Texans. Lady Trojans at the net, tip it over the blockers, and the whistle blows. Point scored, 1 point game. CC Ray trailing San Perlita 14-13 here in game 3. Next serve by the Lady Texans. Lady Trojans play it to the net. That's blocked. Ball back on the Texans side. They'll set it up. Outside looking for Barnes. Down the line. Ties the game at 14 apiece. (14-14) the score. That's an ace. Lady Texans up 15-14. And that's another ace. Texans up 16-14. That'll lead to a couple of substitutions in the game for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. Defensively, Summer Terry back to the back row. Garcia on the dig. They'll set Garcia. And that's in. Lady Trojans earn the serve back. 16-15 the score. Jasmine Rodriguez to serve it up. Cruz with a pass. Barnes gets it forward. Lady Trojans trying to tie it up. Punched over by Garcia. And they'll score the point. We're tied at 16 apiece. At the net, that's a good swing by the Lady Texans. They'll tip it over this time. Trojans there defensively on both plays. Cruz digs it for the Lady Texans. And it's a point scored off a hit by Mia Barnes. One point lead. That's tipped over. Texans are there to play that at the net. In the net it goes. Point scored. We're tied again. Nieto to serve. Back corner, good pass that time by the Lady Texans. San Perlita setting it up for Garcia. That's over the blockers. Cruz is there to cover that. Ball on the San Perlita side again. Back to Garcia. Lets that go. Good dig by Marley Sims. Ball back across. Point scored. Lady Texans back up one at 18-17. Lady Trojans set it up. Texans, good defense to keep this one in play. Garcia the pass, Nieto will set her. Back come the Texans on the attack again. Punched over. Trojans defense is there. Set up Terry, that's out of bounds. 19-17. Served by the Lady Texans. San Perlita off the net this time. Play it across. Texans looking to set something up here. Center set for Sanka. Puts it over. Trojans recover that one. Texans send it over. Free ball for San Perlita. Set up Garcia. Lets it go. And scores the point. 1 point game. Leah Garcia reaching back for a little extra on that to score the point. 19-18 as she'll rotate back to serve. That's in the net. We're tied at 19. Now Garcia trying to give San Perlita the lead. Lady Texans also trying to take that lead as we're knotted up at 19 apiece. Free ball for the Texans. Set by Hopkins. This is Gonzalez. Dug by the Lady Trojans. Set up Ramos. Texans defensively there to play that. Again, another hit. Ball played again as that defense is just taking these hits. Keeping the ball in play and forcing the error. Points scored. San Perlita goes up one at 20-19. Leah Garcia to serve. Pass by Gonzalez. They'll set up Kuksja. Ball off the net for the Lady Trojans of San Perlita. The communication there by the Lady Texans. Trojans send it over again. Set on that left side. Garcia there to punch it up. They'll set her up. Gets it over. Sims back there on the back row. This is Gonzalez. Lets it go, but out of bounds it goes. San Perlita up by 2 at 21-19. Punched over. Here are the Trojans. Up by 2. They'll tip it over. Lady Texans get it over. San Perlita trying to build on this 2-point lead. Here's Garcia. Has to tip that over. Ball back on the Texan side as Hargis looks for the angle, but it's out of bounds. 22-19. San Perlita watches as the Texans get it over. Lady Trojans set it up for Ramos, tips it over. Nice set over there for the Texans. That's in the net. Points scored for Cece Ray. Texans serve it up. Lady Trojans set it off the net to Ramos, tips it over. Ball up near the net, played by the Texans. San Perlita goes on the offense. Here's Ramos. High set, punched over with the left hand. Trojans setting it up. Ramos again, and scores the point. 23-20. Lady Trojans won the first one and the second, leading here late in game 3. Big point right here. Rodriguez gets it over. Texans. Back set for Cruz. Trojans set it up for Terry. That's blocked. Ball back, still alive. Texans trying to set something up. Trojans set it up, get it over again. Ball at the net. In the net it goes. Point scored, San Perlita. 24-20. Bella Rodriguez to serve for the Lady Trojans. Ball over on the angle, dug by Garcia. Nieto with the set. Ramos tips it over. Ball at the middle, punched over. Good dig back there by the Lady Trojans as Jasmine Rodriguez continues to play good defense. Trojans set it up to Terry, lets it go. Texans trying to stave off a game point here. Get a big swing, but out of bounds it goes, and San Perlita wins game 3 and takes it in a 3-game sweep. 25-20 is your final score. San Perlita goes to 1-0 in pool play. That sets up a big matchup between them and Brownsville Veterans to close out the day. Here in this one, our player of the game, I'll give it to Jasmine Rodriguez. Her consistent play on the back row and on the front row, winning the game for the San Perlita Trojans, and we'll give her our player of the game. That'll do it for our broadcast. For Rudy Zamaripa Jr., I'm Joe Bowling. So long.